Hello everyone and welcome to Couch Convo with your host Tracy. If you have been watching, you will know that I am your lovely host Tracy. I was not actually supposed to be speaking on this topic, so this is a little extra. This is not the topic that I have for my next podcast convo, so bear with me. But I had an incident that happened to me on yesterday that led me to this topic, and I thought that, hey, that might be a very interesting topic to talk about. So let's talk about how we have people connected into our lives, however they may be connected, that want to keep us moving in our past and who we used to be in our past. And once again, like I said, I had an incident that happened to me yesterday that for a brief moment, I was the woman or girl that I was in my past. Because when we're in our 20s, our early 20s, late 20s, early 30s, we tend to sometimes do things that are negative. I won't even say stupid, I'll just say negative. Because I try not to use words like that. But we do things that are negative that, may seem crazy to some, but at the time it may seem like it's the best that you have to do to get yourself where you need to be. And like I said, I will admit it was some negative things. Sometimes people bring a certain side out of you that you just don't know that you have, and it happens. But once you get to a stage in life where you are older now, you have so much going on with your life, you start to view things differently. Like, you don't want to be stuck in drama. You don't want to be stuck in doing stupid or negative things. You have a character that you want to move forward with in life, that you want people to really see. Sometimes we have children that cause us to make certain changes in our lives that will benefit us and our children. Because at the end of the day, I think as a mother, a single mother, I feel like when we make decisions that include our kids or have to do something with our kids. Because every time I make a decision in my life, most of the time when I make drastic changes in my life, I always consider the fact that I have children and I need to at least consider my kids. And I always try to pray and ask God for his direction to move me out of my flesh so that I may be able to hear his plans for me in things that I'm doing. But in this situation yesterday, this person took me back to the girl that I was in my 20s, early 30s. And the situation was so detrimental that I had to I couldn't calm myself down, for one. Two, it took so long to calm myself down. But once I calmed myself down, I had to realize that, hey, this is not you. You haven't been this person in 6, 7, 8, maybe longer years. So you can't allow one person to cause you to go backwards. And for what? Because they have no respect for you. Like, just because we have connections with people in our lives, excuse me, we have to realize when it's time to let these people go. Now, I have a connection with this person that I would have rather not have at this point in my life, because I think that the mind frame that I'm in, the direction that I'm going in, I could never go or continue my route or my journey if I keep them in my life. So, but unfortunately, that's life. Like I said, when we're young, we make decisions that are negative, or we make decisions that we think are best for us at that moment because of not having enough knowledge of what's really going on, or when you're in love with somebody or something of that nature, you just feel like all of the choices and decisions that you're making in life is based off how you feel for a particular individual, whether it's family or companionship, friendship, whatever the case may be. But talking about allowing people to connect, that have connections with us, to keep us in that negative mind frame for when we were younger, we need to really sit back and recognize the people that we're surrounding ourselves with, the people that, give us that happy, positive atmosphere, and those people that don't give us that give us the negativity, that interrupt our healthy direction in life. Once we recognize those individuals, the most important thing to do is to never look back, regardless to who they are. Like after yesterday, I personally feel like that was confirmation for me to continue moving forward, regardless to what the person ever says to me in life. Like, they could say whatever they want to say. They can cry wolf until they can't cry wolf anymore. I can never allow somebody to take me backwards, because I have come a very, very long way. And I know some people may see, oh, nobody has control over you. You have free will. You're able to make any decision that you choose to make. And you're absolutely right. And I definitely agree with you. We definitely have free will. We are able to make any decisions that we choose to make in life. And we are responsible for any consequences that come off of whatever decision that we make. Totally agree. But there are people in our lives that they know how you move. They know how to get under your skin. They know exactly what to do to take you backwards. They know what buttons to push to trigger you. These people have studied the way that you move. They have paid attention to what's important to you. And 9 out of 10 times, and I can only speak from my circumstances, I have been through situations with this person on several occasions where I have told them, I don't care about anything else in life. I don't care about which direction anybody else is going. But when you deal with a situation that's negative, that has to do with what I created, then we have a problem. Because as a single mother, I'm very protective of my kids. And even my kids will tell you, like, I am very protective of my kids. I think my kids are only safe with me. I am the only person that's going to stand in front of a bullet for my kids. They got a dad, but is he really willing to sacrifice himself for his kids? Can I say that his actions are telling me that my kids are my priority? I'd rather my kids live before me if I had to choose. I just don't get that. But everybody that knows me knows that when it comes to things or people that are connected to me on the level of my children, I don't play. I don't. And that may be just, I don't know if it's just me. And I know they say that, our ancestors are a part of us. They're watching us. And when I think about how I am when it comes to my kids, my children, I always reflect back to my grandmother for some reason. Because I was in an incident in high school where this girl pulled a gun out on me. And my grandmother was so pissed. And she got on the phone and she called this girl grandmother and pretty much told her that's not what we do. And that's how I am with my kids. So when I think about how I am as a mother, I think about my grandmother. For some reason, her reactions to things seem to reflect back on me. But like I was saying, the people that we are connected to or that we have to be connected to, we have to understand that we cannot allow them to take us back to that place where it was nothing but negativity. We have to move forward. And I'm telling you this as an encouragement to you, but at the same time, I'm really realizing that you didn't quite heal through your process of healing, because this person should have never been able to move me in any way possible. And they were able to move me. They were able to take me out of a place where there is positivity, where there is peace, where I no longer cared about anything that was connected to them. I was in a happy place in life. So when I got home and I actually sat down and thought about the situation, I thought about where I am in life now, and I was very disappointed in myself. I was very disappointed in myself that I allowed them to take me that far back in life. And that's why I decided that I wanted to have this conversation, because I really want people to understand that when you have more in life, when you have so much to look forward to, when God is blessing you from left to right, especially when you have doubts about situations that are moving into your life, there is always that individual that will come into your life or still in your life that will spark up the devil's work. And that's the best description that I have for it. People don't really want to see other people live happily. People don't want to see other people progress in life. They don't want them to see them change. If you was negative in your younger years and they see a change in you and they see, oh, she or he is doing this and they doing that, and oh, they look like they doing good, but I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here in a place where I'm not quite where I want to be. So why not stir up the pot? But I won't let you stir up my pot. And this is a message for that person. I will not allow you to stir up my pot. You no longer have access to any space surrounded to me. I got too much to lose. I got too much planned for the future. And even if it's just my plan and it's not God's plan for me, when I look at things that occur in my life that I have doubts about, and I see God step in and fix it, that's telling me that whatever path or whatever journey that God has destined for me, if I continue to follow in His direction, it looks pretty good to me. It looks like a blessing. It looks like what I used to go through in the past was just stepstones to where He really wanted me to be. So we can't ever let people come in and take advantage of us. Of course, this person knows what buttons to push. I have heard this person say, oh, I know how you feel about this. I know how you feel about that. But when it comes to the certain situation that you know how I feel about, you always go a negative direction because you don't want to see me happy. You don't want to see me in a better place without you. Whether it's family or not, you don't want to see it. Because if you did, a simple conversation, respectful conversation would have been had, and we would have been able to move forward, and nothing would be put in the forefront as negative. And we have those people in our lives. I don't know if there's anyone that don't have those people in our lives, but if anybody has a different experience, I would definitely love to hear it. But I don't have that experience from this particular person in my life, which this person has always been a lesson in my life. And it's okay. It's okay. And when things happen like this, I always say that God is just giving me confirmation. Because I'll let my guards down, because everybody that's in my life, I expect them to be a reflection of me. And that is one of my biggest problems. Wanting people to be loving and caring like I am. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a Leo. I am caring, nurturing, a protector. I love to have fun, spontaneous, like all these great things. But when you get on my bad side, you will see a different version of a Leo. And it may not even be as bad as people think it is or say it is, but there's a different version of everybody when you put them in a position where they have no other choice but to be this. So after the situation that I went through yesterday, like I said, I really sat down and had a talk with myself, checked myself, and understood that I didn't really heal. I didn't really fully heal. I have not allowed myself the proper timing to heal. And the bad thing about the situation is that I have been through so much with this person and I am still going through it. So for me to be able to get in a place where I am fully healed from them, I have to totally and completely disconnect myself from them for however long it takes, because healing doesn't have a time frame. We can't say, oh, I'll be healed in 3 months. Most of the times when people move on so quickly, it's because they haven't taken the time out to properly heal. They just move on to the next relationship or the next situation, or just don't take the time out to stop to see how they can make the change in their life or make a change in their life to better equip themselves for a situation that will allow them to go backwards. But once we understand that we have those type of people in our lives, we need to stay focused. We need to stay focused on what's in front of us, the path that we're going on. We have to understand that our faith is everything. The journey may sometimes get hard. That person may still try to come in here and there and throw stones, but you gotta sneak those stones to the side. And I'm not even gonna tell you to throw them back, because throwing them back would actually put you on a level with them, and you don't want to be on a level with them. You want to be better than them. You want to continue your path of positivity, peace, love. You want to spread a positive energy around you, and that's my goal in life, is to always have a positive energy around me. Some people may think that I'm mean, and I'm not. I'm not mean. Once I see how shady people move, you get a different version of me. You will never get that same version of me where I'm cool, calm, and collective, where I'm peaceful and loving and caring, and I'm not, oh, what do you need? Or I'm just trying to, make life easier. Catch me when I care, because when I stop caring, that's it. That's it. And for some people in our lives that are chosen to be the person to bring or the negativity into our lives, we gotta put them on the back burner. We gotta keep moving. We gotta understand that in front of us there's a bigger prize. There is something worth more than allowing somebody to take you back to who you used to be. And when I tell you it was a split second, in a split second, and this is why I say you never know what people are going through, so handle people with care and be kind to them. Because a situation that can be easily fixed could turn so tragic so fast. And I'm not talking about my situation. I'm just saying in general, a situation that could have easily been a sit down can turn so tragic so quickly without anybody even thinking about it. And that's the world that we live in. Most of the times when things happen or people are put in situations, they don't think, they react. And one of the biggest things that I had to learn on my journey of healing was to think before I act. And at that moment on yesterday, I wasn't really thinking about anything. I was thinking how disappointed I was. I was thinking how hurt I was. I was thinking how I was a fool to listen to the things that this person was saying, thinking that they wanted better in life. Thinking that, okay, after all the negativity, finally we're at a place where there's positivity. Because I'm not even a hard person to deal with, because at this point I really don't care about nothing. I have done things in my life by myself. With the grace of God, I have made it through situations that when I wanted somebody there or needed somebody there to comfort me and support me, they weren't there. I have been to hell and back in the past 20 plus years. Numerous times. At least that's how it felt. But I also feel at the same time that God saw fit in me to take me out of those hells every time I was placed in there. And I realized that this person they just want to continue to make my life a complete hell. And I have so much to look forward for. I want to do so much good things to help other people that are not as fortunate as I am. I want to get to a place where I prosper in life to be able to help other people. And I'm not even in a place now, but I am definitely, and I'm not where I want to be in life, but I definitely still find a need to help whenever I can possibly help. Because I'm not bad off. I have a nice home. I have a decent job. I have nothing to complain about. Bills are paid. Kids are taken care of. I have nothing to complain about. So why do I dare let somebody come into my life and take me backwards to when I wasn't here, where I didn't have this nice home that I faithfully paid for every month, to I didn't have this podcast, to where I wasn't living a positive life or even a positive journey, where I just really didn't care what I did. I was like, whatever. How do I dare let somebody let me forget just how far I've come? We can never do that. We can never forget just how far we came when we have went from negative to positive. Because the goal in life is to elevate. And I'm always trying to elevate every version or season of my life. I take it as an opportunity to progress further in every aspect of my life, because I know that God has given me everything that my heart desired except one thing. And that one thing that I desire in my heart, I know that He'll give it to me, but I also know at the same time I have to stay positive and I have to stay on His path. And I have to have faith that He will do it, because He's done everything else. And it may have been where in a time where I didn't think He would give it to me, but He aligned me with it and it was introduced into my life. And there goes another door opening, another blessing. And it may not even be material things. It's just that peace of mind of knowing that I could walk here and choose whatever I want to choose. It's that peace of mind of knowing that when I was struggling and trying to figure out how to make ends meet, God stepped in. So we dare not let those type of people who don't want to see us prosper in our lives take us backwards. That's just something that we can't do. So I encourage you today to stay focused. Pay attention to the people that you have in your space. Because if you're not on a spiritual level where you are praying and asking God to give you sight to see things in your life, we'll have anybody around us that may seem like they are for us, and at the end of the day, they are jealous of our accomplishments. They're plotting behind our backs. Everybody don't want to see you happy. That's why I honestly ask God, move my flesh out of the way, speak to me, show me the people that are not for me. And if they're not for me, move them out of my way. And he has done a pretty good job of removing people out of my life that aren't aligned with me. So I encourage you, if you're in a situation where you feel like negativity is always hitting your door and it's always from the same individual, maybe that person isn't supposed to be in your life. Because you are in control of the change that you want in your life. You're not going to get it without you making the change. It's okay to love people from a distance. I don't even hate the person. Like, I don't. When I'm mad and I'm angry, my words are cutthroat. And I definitely understand that. This is why sometimes I don't even talk. I just like, okay, I'm hanging up the phone. Love you. and keep it moving, because I know that once I start getting there, I'm not going to stop until I say everything that I need to say. And however it comes out, that's just how it comes out. That's just who I am. That's just it. I'm not a mean person because I speak my mind. I'm not a mean person because I say what's on my heart and what I mean. That doesn't make me a bad person at all. But I know how other people can take it, and when I get to that point, I know that I'm lethal. And that's not how I want to come across to people. So I stay in my lane. I take care of my kids. As a mother, I do what I need to do. If I got to get out here and work 3 and 4 jobs, I'll go out and do it, because I used to have that mentality that it'll never be me making 2 or 3 jobs. But I realized that when I have goals in life, especially when it comes to my kids, like I have a 17-year-old who is about to go off to college. And if I got to get out of there as a single mother and work 2 or 3 jobs, I do what I have to do to make sure that my daughter succeeds in life. I'll give her that pushing start that she needs in order to go in the right direction to be successful in life. My daughter wants to be a nurse, and she's very excited, and I'm very excited for her. And whatever I have to do, I'm going to do it. And that's something else that I had to think about. I had to think about, you about to take me backwards. You about to take me to a place where I haven't been in years. And that place will cause me to lose everything that I have already worked so hard to achieve. Nobody should ever be able to take you that way. And people should be respectful of your feelings. You have to require, don't enable people. You have to require these people that's connected into your life to treat you how you treat them. And if they can't, remove them. Because 9 out of 10 times you don't need them. If you're not bringing peace, positivity, love, and taking care of your responsibilities as whatever title you are in my life, you don't need to be a part of my life. There's no room for you. There's no benefit. What am I getting out of it but a bunch of negativity? And we all know that wherever there is drama, wherever there is negativity, there can never be anything that comes out good in that situation. Never. We got to understand that just because this person holds this space in our life, you're on a different path. Your elevating or even elevation is higher. And if they're stuck where they are, they're never going to be happy for you. They're never going to want you to be happy. They're never going to want you to succeed further, because it makes it even harder for them to catch up. And I'm not even saying that that's the case with the person that I was dealing with or had to deal with on that particular day. I'm not saying that that's their case, but I'm telling you honestly, the honest truth, that sometimes we have these people around us that, and it does not mean that we think that we're better than anyone. We just know what we want in life and we go for it. And we do what we have to do that's positive, that will align us. Even if we got to step in a room with a bunch of other people that have the same mind frame and the same mentality, we know we all going on the same journey. We know that we want the same thing, because we may not be going about it on the same journey. But even if I got to sit in a room with a bunch of women with the same mind frame and the same mentality as me to get where I want to be in life, I'll do it. I'll do it. I will never think that I'm too good to sit with this woman next to me. Even if she's there to learn something that I'm not there to learn, we can work together. You might know something that I don't know. And when people see that you rather take the positive way to get to where you want to be in life, and they are stuck in their ways and their mentality is not on the level of your mentality, but they see you moving, they see you elevating, they see you getting things that they never thought that you would have. They see you prospering and living the abundance life that you want, and they still got the same mind frame that they have, and they still back here because they ain't willing to work in a room with people that have the same mind frame. They'll never allow you the peace to move forward. And when you have people like that in your life, there's no room for them. Like, that person will never access any space in my life, in my head, in my heart, nowhere. You can't. You cannot. And I don't think I'm better than them. And I'll tell them any day, I love you with every breath in my body, because I want to be a loving person. That's the energy that I want to put out into the atmosphere. The positivity and love and peace. That's what I want to surround myself with. So yeah, I told them I love you. I told them I love you with every breath in my body. But I pray that you will allow God to lead you. I pray that you will allow God to lead you into the right direction, or in the direction and the path that you need to be in, so that you can have a healthy, positive life. So the way that you think now that cause all this negativity, and how you feel in certain situations that cause all this negativity, because 9 out of 10 times when it's with me, it's not about what you think. Because like I said, I'm on a level in life where I just don't care about, I don't want anybody to go through anything tragic. I don't want people to fail in life, but I don't have room to let how other people choose to live their lives consume me. So whatever you choose to do in your life, that's up to you. Whatever direction you choose to move, and whatever consequences come out of the direction and the decisions that you make in life, I have nothing to do with it. I can only pray that if it's a negative situation or consequences out of your decisions, I can only pray that once again you allow God to use you. And you make better decisions. Because you don't have to be where you are. It was a choice that you made to be there. We have free will, and when we make choices in life, of course we don't know what the consequences are going to be or what the outcome is going to be. But if it's something to be deceitful to someone else or to hurt somebody else, you can never see anything good coming out of things like that. You won't get anything good out there. And when you think that you're moving forward in life, that's not God. That's the devil. The devil hears your thoughts too. And the same way that the devil comes in and praises you and rewards you for being deceitful to other people, for hurting other people, God can come in and show you and snatch that same things from you because of what you did. Now you got to live in the consequences of being deceitful and hurtful to other people. Now you're mad. Now you're mad at the wrong person. You're mad at the person that's succeeding. You're mad at everybody that's, even those that are doing the same things that you're doing and started when you started or even after you started. Now you're mad at them for succeeding in life. Now you're mad at everybody around you that's doing better and is secretly, that's moving better than you because you didn't make the right decisions. Because the way you, and they might have even moved how you move, but their mentality was different. They weren't out to get somebody. They weren't out to be deceitful. They didn't make plans to try to destroy other people. They didn't bring negativity. And some people will start out in a negative form, but once they realize the direction that they're going in, you have the ability to track back and say, I'm not going to move that way. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do the right thing. And even if it's not right to the person that I'm doing it to, because I was told that whatever you do in your life, nobody else can tell you that it's right or wrong as long as it's right to you. I don't agree with that. I really don't. I don't agree because we know right from wrong as an adult. We know right from wrong. We know that when we do things to hurt people and make people cry for no reason, we know that's wrong. We know when we're hateful and mean to people for no reason, we know that's wrong. So I disagree. But if you have another opinion and you feel different about my topic today, please feel free to comment below. Feel free to like, share, subscribe so that we can continue having conversations. I'm going to eventually move my podcast to where I'm not solo anymore and I bring people on. Right now, I just have a lot of things going on and trying to actually be consistent with my podcast, which is hard when you want to do so many things in life. But that was the topic for today. I hope it was a great topic. I hope that I encourage someone else to not be dragged back into the pits of hell like I was almost dragged back to. I hope that you take this message and my story and you make a difference in your life, and if not your life, pass the word on to make a difference in somebody else's life that may be going through the same thing. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining me. Much love.